Warner Brothers Games is in a bit of a rut lately, what with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League losing them reportedly around $200 million. And it was a pretty poor entry in the whole Arkham series in the game that was supposed to cap it off. I mean, they literally killed Batman in this game. Spoiler alert for people who don't know, but yes, in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, they kill the Arkham Batman, and regrettably, that was also the last time Kevin Conroy was able to voice the iconic character. But still, they have another entry in the Batman Arkham series that's supposed to come out. This one is supposed to be after Batman Origins, but before Batman Arkham Asylum. But right now, it's looking like it's not really well received. They just have the announcement trailer for it, or the official story trailer that was released today. And you can see by the like to dislike ratio, that's not a really good sign. Now, I'm not saying this trailer necessarily looks bad. I'm getting kind of the new Matt Reeves Batman vibes when I'm watching this trailer. It's even complete with a alt rock song from the 90s to kind of underscore the whole trailer. And the way this is supposed to be, it's supposed to be kind of like or not necessarily an origin of Batman, because we got that in Batman Origins when he was a lot younger, but this is supposed to be like having the Rat King be main antagonist. It's supposed to feature the origins of characters like Scarecrow here, Harley Quinn, and other people like that. But that's not why people really don't like this trailer. The reason people are upset with this trailer is because it's supposed to be a MetaQuest exclusive. Even says that at the very end right here. So you got Batman Arkham Shadows, fall 2024, only on MetaQuest. And this is what people really don't like about this, because it's such a huge barrier to entry, because a lot of people don't actually own a MetaQuest VR headset, but apparently that's what's required now if you want to play this game. And other Batman Arkham games weren't necessarily having this kind of exclusivity on it, but that's what we're getting with this one. Meta put out a blog post talking about this, and this is what they had to say in regards to this upcoming game. As revealed back on May 1st, Batman Arkham Shadows is a MetaQuest 3 exclusive developed by Camouflage and Oculus Studios in partnership with Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment and DC. Having already teased the game last month, we're now ready to share additional new details. The additional details that this trailer revealed is pretty much what I already mentioned, that it's going to involve the Rat King as the main antagonist. It's going to feature the origin stories of some of the other characters in Batman's Rogues Gallery, and that's about it. As far as gameplay, we don't know what that will look like. They haven't really shown anything like that, so that's what I'm most curious about, because that is the biggest change when it comes to this game and previous games in the Arkham franchise, is that this one is built for VR, or at least that's what they're saying the whole time about this, and that's why they're releasing it on VR, because that's what Meta's trying to do. They don't have enough people actually playing it. I think the statistics I heard, it's like 25% of gamers actually own a VR headset, so not a huge amount, but still that's quite a bit. But even then, the people who own it, they don't really use it too often for the most part. It's just very much a niche gimmicky type thing, and that's what they're trying to change with this game right here, is offer people something else besides just a game that's almost ported into a VR system, because then it becomes janky and doesn't really work out too well. So they're trying to make something from the ground up that will work in a VR system. Having gotten the drop on your foes, enter the fray using a built for VR evolution of Arkham's iconic freeform combat. Get up close and personal as you deliver devastating punches, deflect incoming attacks, dodge, and unleash brutal takedowns. I don't know whether this will actually be third person like the other games in the Arkham series, or if this will be a first person experience, because it's VR, so I can conceive of this being first person, but I just think it would be kind of disorienting and look a little bit weird if you're trying to play from Batman's perspective throughout this game. But I don't know. They're saying they're building it from the ground up to be VR, so we'll see if it actually works out. Releasing exclusively on MetaQuest 3 later this year, Batman Arkham Shadows is designed to be a groundbreaking VR game on every level. And to me, this seems like something that was clearly in the works long before Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League failed. And I think Warner Brothers has to be sweating bullets when it comes to this game, because they didn't know Suicide Squad was going to be such a failure. They thought that was going to be a success. And then they have this game in the pipeline that was going to be another success. But after they saw that, then they see the reaction to this trailer here being so poor. I'm thinking they're probably concerned about it, but this is something that obviously Meta is going to capitalize on, and they're going to be the ones that ultimately make out ahead on this one, because even if this game does flop, and it's looking like it might flop because of the reaction to it and just the huge barrier to entry, they can still capitalize on the fact that they're building up their gallery of games and stuff like that. So later on, if they actually have a pretty decent back catalog of exclusive games, then people would be more inclined to actually buy a Meta headset and play like that. But Right now, I'm not thinking this is going to be that game that really pushes people over the edge. So if someone doesn't already have a VR headset, there's probably going to be some people who buy one just so they can play this game, but I think those people are going to be few and far between. But let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. Would you actually be willing to buy a VR headset for this game if you could? Or do you just really not care about playing games in VR? And if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with the latest entertainment news. And don't forget to like and share the video because it really helps out with the channel. Thank you.